Welcome back. Let's zero in on Sunopta. Sunopta is an organic-based food company now based in Minnesota. It was originally founded in Canada. The stock is sliding today, as we will see in a moment. There it is, down 11% following fourth quarter results posted after the close yesterday. Growth trends in its product categories, including plant-based beverages and better-for-you snacks, are resilient, and Sunopta expects to strengthen its margins through greater efficiencies. The company employs about 100 workers at a facility in Ontario's Niagara region that makes fruit-based snacks, one of the fastest-growing categories for the company. The issue today is the guidance, and we'll begin there with our conversation with Brian Kocher. He's Chief Executive Officer of Sunopta, and he joins us from the company's headquarters in Eden Prairie, Minnesota. Brian, thank you so much for joining us. Lots of positive numbers, lots of big double-digit percentage increases in Sunopta's results for its fourth quarter, including the 2025 outlook, but it seems to not be enough to satisfy the market. We'll show our viewers now what the company is guiding towards in terms of 2025 revenue and EBITDA. Revenue to become between $775 million US and $805 million US. That would be growth of up to 11% on the top line revenue line. Adjusted EBITDA between $97 million and $103 million. That would be at the high end 16% growth. But we're hearing certainly the take of Bloomberg News on these results is the guidance that is responsible for the double-digit decline in the share price today. Talk to us about the guidance and why do you think expectations were for something larger?
But first of all, Paul, thanks for having me. Really appreciate it. Appreciate the opportunity to tell our story. Look, we're really proud of a lot of things. We closed the books on a really growth-filled, volume growth-filled 24, strengthen our balance sheet, improve profitability. We're planning for more of the same in 25. So I'm excited about our outlook. I'm excited about the guidance we have. We have a philosophy of guiding to what we see, not necessarily what we hope for. And so we feel really bullish on our future and our outlook. The categories are great. I do think, one of the things that we've chosen to do is invest in operational excellence. And I do mean invest. So we're spending some margin dollars in the first part of the year next year to shore up our supply chain, increase capacity, drive unit output increases, which fuel our growth. And that resulted in a guidance that certainly was in line with what we've been communicating, but maybe the street got a little bit ahead of that.
Okay, talk to us about your products and your markets and the size and growth of those overall markets. And I'm sure Sunopta's goal is to be an outperformer and a market share taker in these markets. Plant-based beverages, that's a $5 billion US market. Tea is a $6 billion market. Nutritional beverages, which Sunopta entered only in 2023, is a $6 billion market, and soup broth is a $2 billion market. How fast are these markets growing, and how does Sunopta outcompete in these markets?
It's really interesting. We're very fortunate to operate in categories which are all growing. And we didn't really talk about fruit snacks, which is the fastest growing category we have. And certainly we're proud of our 100 plus employees in the Niagara area who are producing our fruit snacks. So fruit snack business growing, if you think of tracked and untracked channels, 30+%, ready to drink protein shakes growing 20+, even broth, tea, plant-based beverages, when you include tracked and untracked, growing at mid-single digits. So again, we're lucky. We're in categories that are growing. In fact, our customers, the customers we support, because we're a private label and co-manufacturing solutions provider, they are growing even faster than the categories in which they participate. So we get some growth from there. But our single biggest opportunity to grow share, and we are growing share, we did in 24. We expect some share distribution gains in 25. Really comes down to our world-class R&D center where we can design products or packaging sizes that support our customers, and certainly can work with their supply chain on solving challenges for them. When you roll that together, you get a business that over the last 3-4 years has grown in double digits compounded annual growth rate. And I'm really happy with that.
So the categories themselves are growing, I assume, because of a greater concern among consumers for healthier products, correct? And how much runway do you think that trend has?
You know, I think it's more than, but healthier products is one. Some are medicinal purposes. I mean, think of our plant-based beverage. Many go because they've developed a lactose intolerance, and so that's an enduring usage occasion, and so that's part of it. I think the other area certainly you start to see is the generational impact. So plant-based beverages, better for you fruit snacks, over-index in the younger generations, and as those younger generations become more powerful consumers, they retain those habits. I think the other area that's important in our growth strategy is that our consumers, Paul, our end consumers, also participate in a wide section. They're buying at club channel on shelf stable. They're buying in food service at coffee shops and things of that nature. And those are real either economic or routinized behaviors that do well, even in what is shaping up to be a tougher U.S. economy right now.
Okay, I noticed one of your messages to investors and to customers, I guess, is that sustainability is a big part of the way Sunopta operates. And I noticed in your investor presentation that was issued along with the quarterly results that in 2023, 6 facilities achieved zero waste to landfill during that year. That's pretty impressive for industrial operations. We've all seen factories and industrial operations with a big line of gigantic dumpsters out behind them where we assume almost all of that stuff is going to landfill. How on earth did you achieve zero waste to landfill at 6 of your facilities?
I wish I could tell you it was something brilliant that I did. It's our employees. This is a passion of our employees. They care about it. Our morning Gemba walks include it. Our processes include it. And I think it's incredibly aligned with our overall business strategy of being efficient, work and support in the communities that we live, and drive continuous improvement. And again, that credit goes to our employees. They're the ones that make a difference, and they're the ones that have had some passion around this. And so we're fighting like heck to get that 7th facility zero waste.
Brian, thank you so much for this conversation. Brian Kocher, Chief Executive